Hey everybody, this is Trascanari. We're back with more Let's Play 6 Days of Sacrifice. We're in the middle of asking these guys some questions. It's about time we interrogated them. So where are all the cultists now? We don't know. They used to be all over the place. They started drifting away soon after the finished construction of the facility. How long were you guys here? Canning and the Hat Man are the only ones left as far as we know. Hat Man! It's like they intend to abandon the place with us inside, if they haven't already. Which really doesn't make very much sense. Who are you? I'm Dr. Samantha Harty. I'm a scientist. I'd tell you what kind, but I fear it would go over your head. My name's Janine or something. I'm a freelance journalist for a couple of magazines. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Mainly celebrity gossip stuff. How did you get here? I was looking around the ophthalmology headquarters. I wanted to do a feature on them for the magazine since so many celebrities have joined them. Yeah, it worked out well for you, didn't it, sweetheart? I was just having a little snoop around when I discovered this place. A little snoop around? It's like 5... Then, of course, they threw me in the holding cell. It's like 5 stories underground. I've been doing a little contract work for the order here in the labs. Turns out they really don't want anyone to know about the stuff they've been doing here. Well, no, duh. We've already established they're evil. What kind of stuff? I prefer not to say. She won't tell me either. So you don't want to betray client confidentiality? They threw you in a cell. That's not it. It's just that it was work I'm not proud of, which will probably reflect poorly on me once this is all over. Right. I'd rather take steps to ensure it doesn't get out now rather than regret it later. You're caring about your career now? Please don't press the matter. Now is not the time to worry about your resume. We escaped from the cell a few hours ago, then you dropped in, quite literally. And that's as far as we all know. Why are we being held here? Most likely to protect a secret. But if that was all, why haven't they just killed us? Maybe they need us for something. Sacrifice. I don't like the sound of that. I think only the cultists can answer your question fully. Speaking of cultists, who's Canning? Is he the leader of the cult? Oh God, no. Before the others evacuated, he answered to a guy named Garriott. And even he seemed to be subordinate to someone they called the Prince. Sounds familiar. But I don't think I've ever seen him. Canning's just some low-level acolyte ordered to make sure we don't escape. Personally, I think he's just as much a prisoner down here as we are. I think they wanted to get rid of him for some other reason. But he's too dense to notice. He's still following orders like a faith-blinded sheep. Sheep. Funny. Who's the man in the hat? He's just some mercenary hired to act as a security guard. You mean the guy dressed as Trilby? Gasp! Who? You know, Trilby. The dashing gentleman thief. From those old horror movie serials. The Defoe Manor murders? Hotel horror? I don't watch many movies, I'm afraid. Why would a security guard be dressed up as a cult character? Cult funny. I can't explain it. It's just ridiculous. They say Trilby may have really existed. Oh, goodness no. I've read some newspapers from around the late 20th century. How is that relevant? Never mind. 'Cause, whatever. Who's the man in the red? I've never seen him before, not until just then. Who's this? A completely bald man in a torn red robe. He helped us get away from Canning and the guard. I've never seen anyone like that. Did he come in with you? No. There was just me falling down the elevator shaft. Okay, that's all. Good. So now what? Now we think of a way to... Oh. What? The door has been sealed with a time lock. We won't be able to open it until tomorrow morning. Who could have done that? Canning? I doubt it. The man in the red told us not to roam the hallway at night. Presumably he has taken steps to ensure this. For crying out loud. I have to get home. I have to be back at work tomorrow. with a broken neck and 2 broken limbs. We are all inconvenienced, Mr. Dockerby, but whining like a child is not going to help. Hey, that's just hurtful. I know, it's just... I know. We should take the opportunity to rest. We can discuss our escape in the morning. Is now time for a sexy party? Day 2. Apparently not. July 25th, 2189. Hoorah! Let's open the locker. It won't open. That's weird. Let's go see what's over here. Hello? Who are you? Looks a bit familiar. I'm not going to hurt you. Is your mother around? Or your father? Uh-oh. My God. Your eyes. What happened to your eyes? Oh, that's wonderful. What the deuce? Oh, good. You're up. We can discuss the plan. Plan? The door has now been unlocked. Our next move will be to take Canning hostage. Again? If at first you don't succeed, then you're obviously not Chuck Norris. His door is being guarded by the Trilby Guard. It will be your task to distract him. Why me? The threat of making physical violence must be made to get Canning under control. He's in a cult... You obviously cannot make this threat, so it has to be me. Is that an insult to my manliness? All you have to do is lure the guard away from the main corridor to give me a chance to slip in. How will you know when the coast is clear? Do you have a cell phone? Of course. Take my number. We can't reach the outside world, but we should be able to make calls within the complex. Cell phones don't work that way. Call when you have achieved your objective, or if there are points you wish to discuss. No, really, they don't work that way. I'm sorry. I'll give you Janine's number, too. You're not listening to me, are you? I'm sure you still have many questions for the both of us. Okay, fine. Let's go take the book. Twice did the 28th day of the 7th month pass, and the prince gazed with great concern upon the land of technology, as the carving of the slave passed through the hands of a great many ignorant men of technology. But the king would not let him take his vengeance, for he said, the guide seeks the carving of the slave, and it is through his desire that he shall fulfill his destiny. It will not be long before the guide learns that his duty has not yet been completed, and he shall do as I have foreseen. And the king said it, so it was so. For the bridge keeper did touch one of the ignorant men, and by conjoined hands was the thief wife thrown down, and truly did she know the name of the king. And it was with this act that the guide said, I see you now, bridge keeper. I have found you, and I have not forgotten. And he came to the tree that was the prince's soul, for it had been, the carving of the slave had been brought. Sounds familiar. Oh. Now let's try and open the safe. Puzzle! Possibly the easiest puzzle in the world. Yeah, open. Keycard. Important. Let's go in here. Let's hope that we don't get attacked by a small child thing again. Jean Defoe. Hey, Janine. Ooh, note. The Book of Prayers 2:7. The body is the physical form. It is the sum of what time has made it to be, and so it is the past. The mind is sharp and logical, and it concerns itself with the here and now, and so it is of the present. The soul is love and hope. It is the dreams of what is to come, and so it is the future. Body, mind, soul, past, present, future. We give thanks for them all in the name of the king. And then we completely cut them out with chainsaws. It's just paint, or at least I hope so. Is there any food in here? Either it's locked or the door is stuck. Is there anything in the microwave? I don't have anything to cook. well, let's just call it quits right here. Save the game. Well, this is where we take a break. I'll see you guys later. I'm Trascanari.